Hello and welcome to TCS Academy course on Karnataka history. So today in this lecture session 3, I will take you through the Satavahanas and their cultural contributions to the South India. Let's begin the session. Yeah. So before going to understand some of the important cultural contributions given by the Satavahanas to the Deccan region, let's understand at the beginning the pattern of administration. Dharma Shastras. As per the Dharma Shastras, they were, as I told you in the previous session, the Satavahanas belonging to Brahmins family. So they ruled the administration on the basis of Dharma Shastras. Bureaucratic structure of administration that could be seen in the Satavahana administration. Kingship was hereditary. Once again, yeah, kingship was hereditary in nature. The king represented as the upholder of dharma. Okay, he is the person who is depicted as the possessing the qualities of mythical heroes like Rama, Bhima, Keshava, Arjuna, etc. So they themselves called, they are the representatives of God. Okay. So their district was called Aharas, and officials of the district, which were known as Amatyas and Mahamatyas, as they were known in Mauryan times. The Senapati was appointed, the Senapati was appointed as provincial governor. The rural administration, it was in the hands of the Gaulmika. Rural administration, it was in the hands of the Gaulmika, the official in charge in the village. Senapati, who was the provincial governor, and their district, which is known as Ahara. The officials in the Aharas were Amatyas and Mahamatyas. And as I told you, the kings, the Satavahana rulers, they themselves called, they were the representative of gods like Rama, Bhima, Krishna, Keshava, Arjuna, etc. So basically, they were the upholder of dharma. The kingship was hereditary in nature, and as per the Dharma Shastras, they ruled the Deccan region. Yeah. Let's understand something about the tax-free villages. So they started the practice of granting tax-free villages to Brahmanas and Buddhist monks. The Brahmanas helped to enforce the rules and Varna system, and that is why in the kingdom there was a stable society we could able to see. Let's understand something about the feudatories of the Satavahana. Satavahana kingdom has three grades of feudatories like king, Mahabhoja, and Senapati. So usually those the feudatories, they were having the blood relations with the royal family. Officials in the kingdom, they were paid in kind, not in cash. A special official Uparakshita who was appointed by the Satavahana rulers, his main duty is to build caves for the monks. Okay, so they followed the Vedic religion and sacrificed. They conducted the sacrifice of Ashwamedha Yaga. So the Varna system was prevalent during the Satavahana time. In the Varna system, we could able to see Brahmana top to bottom, right? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishyas, and Sudras. Now, so let's understand something about the society, how the society was built, and subcastes on the occupational basis. We could able to see in the Satavahana times. Among them, we have Golikas, shepherd. Okay, they were shepherd. Halikos, they were plough men. Okay, and Kolikos, they were the weavers. Swarnakaras, goldsmith, and Malakaras, garland makers. And Charmakaras, they were the cobblers, like that. So these are the different subcastes could be able to see in the Satavahana time. So these subcastes which were created on occupational basis. What was the society? In the society, the foreign races could be seen, like Shakas came to be assimilated among the Satavahana dynasty, Satavahana in the society. Examples Rudradaman or Rishabhadatta. These are the different names of foreign races which were also assimilated in the society. Women were respected in the society. Many queens, they were the Buddhist followers, and they were also given the grants to Buddhism. Okay, the grants to religious centers, which were also given by the women and many queens in the Satavahana time. They themselves called the Brahmanas. Gautami Putra Satakarni claims to have established the fourfold Varna system that we have seen already: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So this is the fourfold Varna system. This has been established, which was tough during the time of the Gautami Putra Satakarni. He has started the fourfold Varna system, which was rigid in nature. According to Dharma Shastras, it was the function of Kshatriyas to rule. But as I mentioned, the Satavahanas, they themselves called Brahmanas. Okay? But the Brahmanas became the Kshatriyas as they assumed the ruling families. Clear? So let's understand something about the indigenous tribal people during the time of the Satavahanas. The indigenous tribal people were more and more acculturated by the Buddhist monks. So very important, the term we could able to see in the during the time of the Satavahanas, that is called matrilineal society. So matrilineal society could be able to see during Satavahana time. The Satavahanas show traces for a matrilineal social structure. But basically, the ruling family was patriarchal because the succession to the throne passed to the male member in the family only. Mother enjoyed the great deal of importance in the family, in the society, or among the royal family also. Donations. The queens made important religious gifts in their own right, and some of them acted as regents too. For example, Naganika, around 50 AD. Okay, she worked as a regent, and also her Nanagot inscription. She has composed the Nanagot inscriptions. Right? Now let's have a understanding of economic conditions during the time of the Satavahanas. Material culture of the Deccan under them was a fusion of local elements and northern ingredients because they had the northern contacts. Northwestern part we have Greeks and other local rulers. The people of the Deccan produced rice, cotton, etc. As far as craft is concerned, through contacts with the North India, the people of the Deccan learned the use of coins, burnt bricks, rigging wells, art of uniting, etc. So they had the trade with Romans. The first ruler to make land grants to the Brahmanas, they were none other than the Satavahanas in the Deccan region. Increasing the crafts and commerce in this period brought many merchants and artisans to the forefront. Agriculture was the main occupation, and land revenue was the main source of royal income. And iron, as far as iron is concerned, they knew the use of iron. Plenty of iron plough, which could be seen during the time of the Satavahanas. Agricultural surplus could support for them to create the chaityas and stupas. Okay. Regarding textile industry, Python or Pratistan was a notable center of weaving. Trade and commerce flourished. Cities and towns were protected by the high walls. This is all about the economic situation under Satavahanas. Now, let's understand some other important aspects regarding their coins. A coin of Nahapana restruck by the Satavahana king Gautamiputra Satakarni. They issued mostly coins of lead, which were found in the Deccan. They also issued the silver, protein, copper, and bronze money. Nahapana's profile and coin legend are still clearly visible in the coins produced by the Satavahana rulers. Most of the coins were die struck. Animal motifs on the Satavahana coins could be seen. Punch marked coins, which were also circulated among the people in Satavahana time. Maritime trade, which was flourished, international trade. Okay, as I told you, they were having the trade contact with outsiders. The images of ships present on their coins, that gives the information about the Satavahana's maritime trade. Coins of Satavahanas bore the names of Satakarni, etc. Different types of coins we could able to see in the Deccan region during the time of the Satavahanas, which were round, square, rectangular in shape. Clear? Now, symbol of the coins. On the major ones, which are them, Chaitya symbol could be seen on the coins produced by the Satavahanas, Chakra symbol, conch shell symbol, lotus symbol, Nandipada symbol, ship, and swastik. Okay, these are the symbols which could be seen on the coins which are produced by the Satavahanas. Now, let's have a light. Let's have to understand something about the religious aspects of the Satavahana dynasty. As I mentioned earlier, the Satavahanas belong to the Hindu Brahmanical caste, but the donations towards the monasteries, Buddhist monasteries, we could able to see. Nagarjuna and Amaravati, these two are the Buddhist centers during the time of the Satavahanas. They conducted Ashwamedha and Vajpaya yagas, right? They worshipped a large number of Vaishnava gods such as Krishna, Vasudeva, and others. Now, let's have to understand something about the literary works produced during the time of the Satavahanas. The official language was Prakrit, though the script was Brahmi, as in the case of the Ashokan times. Gatha Satasati, it was in Prakrit text, okay, which was written by the Satavahana king, 17th ruler Hala. Rare use of Sanskrit literature. Gatha Saptasati by the 17th king Hala has been produced in Prakrit, consisting of romantic poems and also talks about the social life of the period. Hala has been patronized many poets, like he has got the title by patronizing the poets and writers across the country, like Kavi Vatsala. It was a title given to Hala because he was the lover of literature. Okay, Katantra Vyakarana in Sanskrit, which was the book produced during the time of the Satavahanas by Sharm Varma. Okay, Brihad Katha. So another important text, Sanskrit text, as I mentioned, the rare use of Sanskrit literature during the time of the Satavahanas, Gunadhya has composed the Brihad Katha in Sanskrit, which is Sanskrit text. As I mentioned, Lilavati Parinayam, which was also written in Prakrit. This book is about the marriage of Hala with Sri Lankan princess, Sinhala princess Lilavati. Right? So, thank you very much. Have a good day.